Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. Now, I have a financial background, and I do my research for me, and I share with my community. Now, I don't always tell you what you want to hear. If I uncover uncomfortable truths, I share with my community. And if I hear misinformation and lies, I try to bring it to people's attention. And also, when I find alpha like this that makes me extremely bullish, and I really believe everyone needs to understand what I'm about to share with you, that's what I do. So, guys, if you've never watched one of my videos all the way till the end, you need to watch this video. Like I said, I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear, and you need to hear me out because it's go time. Hopefully you got a plan. Hopefully you got some dry powder. And if you walk away from this video and you're not bullish, guys, I don't know what to tell you. All right, let's dive into it. Hit that like button. Heck, if you don't like this video, hit the unlike button. But it really helps us out when you hit that like button. So go ahead. All right. Right now, most things are down. And the things that are pumping are things that a lot of people have been talking about with the Trump summit. Now, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but I just did a video talking about what I believe Trump's real plan is. You should watch that video before you run out and buy like ADA and Solana and XRP. Just at least watch the video. I'll post it at the end. Now, this week has been brutal. It's been very volatile. A lot of people are getting wrecked. I've never heard so much crying in my life. But guys, it's go time. And you need to take accountability, do some real research, stop listening to these people that tell you you can buy whatever your favorite token is and you're going to get a Lambo. I hope that's possible. And I can't be more bullish. I believe altcoin season is going to come. I think it's going to be later in the year, but I do believe it's going to come. And I believe you can do immensely well with or without altcoin because the liquidity is coming. And that's what we're going to talk about. All right. Now, before we dive into it, guys, I just launched my inner circle. I do a one-on-one coaching. I have a coaching course that probably fits your needs. And we'll be talking about my services at the end of the video if you need some help. Now, all right, guys, check this out. And I'm telling you, this gets better and better as it goes. Since Trump got in office, he said, look, I want lower gas, I want a lower dollar, I want lower interest rates, and we know he's going to print money. And I believe that he's going to get that Bitcoin reserve. So, guys, we are so close to this market absolutely ripping. That being said, I believe Bitcoin dominance is going to get way stronger before it gets weaker. So, you just remember that. Don't think, even if we start to collapse, that if uh, just because things are going to turn around, they may not. It may not happen tomorrow. But look at this. This is oil. Think about it, guys. It's dropping like a rock. And if you really go back to about right here, this is when Trump got in office. He said he wants lower gas. It makes everything cheaper. That lowers inflation. That will allow the Fed to print money. But check this out. So that's bullish. This is the Bitcoin miners or the Bitcoin amount on the exchanges. Look at that, guys. We're running out of Bitcoin. Now, I want you to imagine something. What happens if we got the announcement that the government is going to start buying Bitcoin? Where are they going to buy it, guys? Well, that's part of what we're going to talk about at the end. Now, what else we got? Look at that move in the dollar. It's starting to drop, and that is extremely bullish for all assets. Now, here's the news that I've been waiting for. This is the move that really gets me excited. Now, I don't know if I said this, but years ago, Raul Paul mentioned that he doesn't believe that the Bitcoin halving is what makes Bitcoin go up during the cycles. He believes it's the global liquidity, and they happen to just hit about the same time. Now, this right here is the M2 money supply. That's basically America printing money. And we're going to dive into that more deep in a second. But right now, the M2 money supply is up over 5% for the year. And this right here is the S&P, and this is Bitcoin. This is the global money supply. I believe both of these are going to go up. If we're lucky, these are going to go down before they go up. And I'll be there stacking hard. All right, check this one out. If that doesn't get you enough bullish, this right here is Bitcoin. This right here is the global liquidity. China, Japan, Germany, Poland, they're all printing money. And right now, Trump said we're not going to fund that war anymore. Well, Europe is probably going to have to cut on their printing press because they said they will fund it. And that's discussed in conversation, but I don't want to get political. Now, if you're saying, well, the Fed's not printing money, they still have QT. How is the money supply going up? Well, I typed that into Grok to make it simple. I knew there were endless ways, but check this out. There's the top 10. Oh, you can lower the interest rates, which we've already done once. You got the open market operations, lower reserve requirements, emergency liquidity facilities, asset swaps. We got the repo market, on and on. That's the top 10. But look at this, guys. If that's not enough, he kept telling me more and more. There's over 22 ways for Trump and this administration to add global liquidity without, so it'd be 21 ways without, no, that'd be 22 ways without cutting on the printing press. And I believe that printing press will just be the last thing to happen, and this market will be on fire. I truly believe that. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm sticking to my game plan. And if I'm wrong, hey, it's a big boys game. And that would suck. But I can't imagine that happening. Now, check this out. If you've never heard of the game theory, and this gets back to Trump's Bitcoin reserve, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible. Game theory is basically this. When you have anything that is changing the world or whatever, like we have right now, the front runner can cause everyone to go into panic. So if America starts to dominate and announces they are going to start stacking Bitcoin, it's going to literally tell the whole world, you either get on this train or you're going to miss it. And countries are going to get more powerful. And if you're not participating, you're going to get weaker. And they're all going to go into the market. We don't have enough supply. And the Bitcoin can just keep ripping and keep ripping and keep ripping. And I believe it's not just the U.S. Government that can kick this off. I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. The states can do it without the White House doing it. They're already in progress. People don't understand how powerful, like Texas, who is the front runner for this thing, how powerful their GDP is. Texas, if it was a country, would probably be I'm pretty sure it would be in the top 20, probably the top 12. So, guys, I believe this is all going to happen. I can't be more bullish. It's not going to happen tomorrow. And this may be an extended bull run. But for me, I want to be clear where I stand. If we fall apart and go down from here, I think that will be the last big opportunity to buy these things on the cheap. And hopefully, if we're lucky, it's just going to go down harder and harder. I don't think it is going to go down too much from here because it's already way down. But if we could go another 20, 30%, that would be a gift. But for the people that have been crying, like when Fear and Greed last week got down to 9, now it's back up to like 30. If a chart changes the way you feel or changes your game plan or keeps you from not buying, guys, crypto might not be for you. That being said, I can't be more bullish. And if you need some help with your portfolio, I do one-on-one coaching, have a coaching program. If you want to learn how to short, which I personally believe is the best way to make money and protect your portfolio, I got a new shorting course I just launched. Extremely proud of it. And we also have our inner circle where you'll have access to what I'm up to and access to me as consistent as I can be. It's a new program. I'm excited about it, and hopefully you'll be a part of it. That being said, whether you take me up on my coaching or not, which I'll leave a link down below in the description and I'll pin it in the comment section. Whether you take me up on that or not, guys, do yourself a favor. Get a game plan and start taking profits along the way. What happens if there is no altcoin season? What happens if you're going to wait for the top and you miss it and we wake up and you're down 30, 40, 50% in a day and you still think that's a pullback? That's why 90% of people lose money. People that came to me for coaching this is their third bull run and they've done extremely well in the last two bull runs, but they didn't take profits. So they literally watched their accounts. I mean, it's very common for someone to have put in 100 grand and run it up to $250,000 or $500,000. Very common. And then they got 7,000. That's crazy common because the FOMO gets going and everyone, that pack mentality, starts saying, well, you'd be out of your mind to take profits now. What are you talking about? It's never going up or down. You know, Bitcoin last bull run when it got to 68, no one took profits. XRP got to what, $2? No one took profits. They're all going, oh, XRP to 100, XRP to, or not XRP, Bitcoin to 100. You know, whatever your favorite altcoin like Theta and XRP and Solana, they just kept going. It's going to the moon. The higher these things go, the higher they just keep moving up the target. But then now everything's on sale. No one wants to buy it because everything's dead. Guys, that's how you get wrecked. Now, remember this, guys. If the majority were right, the majority would be rich. So stop going around looking for those influencers that tell you what you want to hear. And when everything goes down, they just tell you to, you know, hang in there. You're still getting a Lambo. Everything's going to happen. Guys, do some research. Go find someone that's going to tell you the truth. No matter how hard it is to swallow, at least you can change your game plan. I believe the people that have a good game plan and some dry powder have a huge opportunity to change their financial future in the next, you know, 8, 9, 10 months. For me, part of my game plan, I will not be owning altcoins when I think the bull market is over. I do not hodl anything except Bitcoin. I never sell my Bitcoin. And this could be an extended bull run. So at some point, which will probably be in the next 2 or 3 months, the money that comes out, only a proportion will come back in. I'm not going to be all in at the end of 2025 thinking that this is just going to be endless, because that's how you get wrecked. Now, yes, if you nail the top and you had a lot of those profits on the side, you're going to make less. But I play the downside. What happens when musical chairs, you know, when the music stops, the money music stops, and you literally go look at history. History's probably going to repeat, and you're going to wake up one morning, you're going to be down like 31%. The next day, you're going to be down like 10%. And you're going to be panicking. You're not going to know what to do. But probably on the third day, we get like a 12% hump. And everybody's like, whew. And they think they can relax. That's what the market does. And then boom, you're down 20%, you know, a couple of days later. And now you're down 50%. For those people that have already locked in a lot of those profits, they're only down to 50% of the portion they have in. And then, guys, the real panic and the praying and all that kicks in. And that's how people basically wreck themselves. for most people, it's not that you're not going to have a good bull run. Most people have already bought a lot of tokens that have ripped, and they just kept watching them go up, kept watching them go up. They didn't take anything off the table. They didn't take out their initial investment, and they hate crypto. Because, guys, this is not 2017 where you can just flip a coin and buy the top anything in the top 10 and make life-changing gains. In the last bull run, same thing. You may not made life-changing gains, but a 20x portfolio was nothing. Just buy anything. That is not the same thing we are experiencing in this bull run. And the reason being is Wall Street can make money with their millions, if not billions of dollars. And when it goes up 30, 40, 60% or does a 3x, you can bet your tail. Not only are they taking profits, they're going to go short. Guys, people are making a bizarre amount of money. I just did a video about the different strategies for different players. If you don't understand your competition and you're only listening to retail, you're going to get wrecked. I'll pin both those videos at the end. There's two videos I'm going to post. Those are the only two at the end. They're about to come up. Watch those videos if you haven't. And between those two videos and this video, wow, that's a lot of alpha. Anyway, guys, I can't be more bullish. I hope we get a big pullback this weekend. I believe that, the Trump summit will probably pump some of those tokens like they are going into it, but it's going to be the sell the news event. I want to be very clear about that. I'll just go ahead and say it. I don't believe Trump is going to add any digital assets into the reserve. It doesn't make sense, whether you want to hear that or not. They may keep Ethereum, but here's what I believe, and I've said this in a video, is I believe that Trump is announcing those so he can use those as a sacrifice when he sits down with Congress, the Senate, or wherever that's got to go, and he can make Elizabeth Warren happy. He can make all the Democrats happy, and they can run around with their win. Meanwhile, Trump walks out with the real thing that he wanted, which is the Bitcoin reserve. And don't kid yourself, guys. That will absolutely rip the markets. It will pump Bitcoin. It will make the whole world understand that crypto and digital assets and Bitcoin is at least worth taking a look at, and that it's going to legitimize Bitcoin. And I believe in the next, say, 5 years, 10 years top, but probably in the next 5 years, Bitcoin has a good chance to outperform and catch and be a bigger asset class than gold. I really believe a lot of the people holding gold, especially the younger people, they're going to sell their gold to buy more Bitcoin. And that will crash gold. And when gold goes down and Bitcoin keeps ripping, it's going to cause the opposite effect. They're going to sell more gold faster and faster, and Bitcoin's going to rip. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I still believe even if gold stays strong, because, a lot of gold bugs are not going to sell. But even if gold stays strong, I believe Bitcoin will be the top asset. All right, guys, that's all I got. Hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And either way, come back and be part of this community. Did I say hit that like button? Take care, guys. Oh, yeah. Get to stacking.